Welcome back again after solving question number 2 and question number 3. Let's go for question number 4 now. The question number 4 is very important concept and it is related to your day-to-day life situations. Okay, so the question says the taxi fare in a city is as follows. For the first kilometer the fare is rupees 8 and for the subsequent distance it is rupees 5. Okay, for the first kilometer it is rupees 8 and for subsequent it is rupees 5. So let's see an example. What is this concept about? Whenever you feel like traveling, nowadays people are frequently using Ola cabs, or they are using Uber cabs, or they use their own car. Okay, so when you hire a cab, okay, when you hire a cab, if you are traveling say from one point A to B, okay, you are traveling from point A, from your home you're traveling to your school. Okay, B is your school, point A to B. Okay, so when you hire a cab or an auto or anything, what happens, they will have a fixed charge. Okay, for 1 kilometer, suppose that first we'll see what is the distance between A and B. Suppose imagine the distance between A and B is 10 kilometers. How much? Say it is 10 kilometers. So when you hire a cab, they will have a fixed charge for 1 kilometer or 5 kilometer. Okay, fixed charge. Suppose A to C is 1 kilometer, and the fixed charge for that is rupees 20. Say rupees 20. Okay, let me use another color. It is 20 rupees for 1 kilometer. Okay, the distance between A and B is 10 kilometers. Okay, the distance between A and B is total 10 kilometers. But for the first kilometer there is a fixed charge of rupees 20. So even if you travel half a kilometer, you have to pay that initial charges, that is rupees 20 you have to pay. Okay, so you can travel up to 1 kilometer in 20 rupees. Then after that, how many kilometers are remaining now? 1 kilometer you already traveled by paying 20 rupees. So remaining are 10 minus 1, isn't it? So we'll subtract the whole distance. What do? We'll subtract the whole distance and 1, 10 minus 1. So remaining is how many kilometers now? 9 kilometers are remaining now. Excuse me. So for these 9 kilometers, subsequent kilometers, these are called subsequent kilometers. Now per kilometer the charge will be less, it will be rupees 5 per kilometer. Okay, so you have to pay rupees 5 based on the distance you are traveling, extra distance. This is called subsequent. Okay, so if a person is traveling 10 kilometer, how much fare he has to pay according to this rate? So he has to pay 20 rupees. Okay, total fare he has to pay is, total bill he has to pay is 20 rupees. First he has to pay for 1 kilometer, then he has to pay 5 rupees per kilometer. So 9 kilometers he has traveled 9 times. Okay, so 20 plus 9 times is 45. So he has to pay, his fare will be 65 rupees. Okay, this is the way the fare is charged. Okay, this can be used for parking charges, or this can be used for hostel charges, this can be used for library charges. Okay, don't think it's only for the cabs. So this concept can be used for anything. Like if I use the same concept for parking charges, say a person is parking his vehicle for few days, okay, so he has to pay fixed charge. Okay, suppose a person is parking his vehicle at railway station for 10 days, or a person is staying in a hotel for 10 days. A person is staying in a hotel for 10 days. So for the first day, one day, there will be a fixed charge of rupees 2000. You say hotel or a hostel, whatever. Okay, then extra days, subsequent days, okay, for extra number of days, whatever days he stay, he has to pay less amount. It will be around 500, suppose. So if a person is staying for 10 days in a hotel, he has to pay 2000 rupees for one day, first day. Then for 9 more days he is staying. One day he already paid, 9 more days he is staying in the hotel, so 500 into 9. So he has to pay 2000 plus 4500, so that will be 6500. This will be the charges for 10 days stay in a hotel. This can be used for hostel, hotel, okay, parking, and different cases are there. Okay, so I'm giving you this all examples because you may get it in any form. Let's go to the question now. It's very simple now for you. So here the fixed charge is for the first kilometer, it is rupees 8. So first kilometer I have taken distance from A to B. Now here I don't know the distance, so I have taken the distance as x. What I have taken? The distance as x kilometer. First kilometer is still here, and the person is paying 8 rupees for the first kilometer. You can see here. And subsequent, for subsequent, now what is the remaining distance? Out of x he traveled 1, so x minus 1, whatever is x we don't know. Okay, like previously it was 10 kilometer, here the distance was 10 kilometers, so 10 minus 1 we did, that was 9. So here we do x minus 1. So for first kilometer it is rupees 8, and for subsequent distance it is rupees 5. Okay, for the subsequent means this part, the remaining distance, it is rupees 5. Now what happens? We have to frame equation for this. What he is asking? Excuse me. Taking the distance covered as x and the total fare as y, write a linear equation for this and draw its graph also. These three things we have to do. So let's frame the equation now. Total distance covered is x. Fare for first kilometer is how much? It's given here rupees 8 rupees for the first kilometer. So fare for the rest of the distance is 5, and the remaining total distance is x, so remaining distance is x minus 1, so 5 into x minus 1. Okay, here we did 5 into 9, the remaining distance was 9, but as we don't know what is the total distance, so we have taken x, so remaining distance is x minus 1. Okay, now I'll frame equation for this. So for that I need to add the fixed charge for first kilometer, and this is the extra charge. So what happens? Total fare will be because he's asking you to take y as a total fare, so y is equal to 8 plus 5 into x minus 1. Okay, so 8 plus 5 into x and 5 into 1, 5x minus 5, and 8x plus 5x minus 3, 8 plus 5x minus 5, sorry, so 8 minus 5 becomes 3, so 5x plus 3 is your equation. Got it, everyone? So framing equation is very simple. So this equation is framed now. We will draw the graph of this now. So for drawing the graphs, I'll find two solutions at least. I'll put x is equals to 0, so I get y equals to 3, and I'll put x is equals to 1, then I'll get y is equal to 8. You can substitute any value, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's not compulsory to put 0 or 1 always. So we can take any values. Substituting these values, we have got y values here. So substituting x is equals to 1, we have got y is equals to 8. So these two solutions are enough for us to draw the graph. So 0, 3 and 1, 8. The solutions I have taken in tabular form. 0, 3 and 1, 8 I have taken in tabular form. And using these two values, two solutions, we'll draw the graph. 0, 3 comes here, and 1, 8 comes somewhere here. After putting the points, I'll join them. I have seen some students are not joining the points. You must always join the points and draw a line, and you can extend the line. So this is the graph of this equation. Hope it's clear to you all, the concept of taxi fare. Now I can give you some questions based on the same concept, but there will be hostel charges. It will not be taxi cab. It can be for hostel, it can be for parking, okay, it can be any other situation.